So what else? What else are you working on in terms of the government space?
That's about it. I mean, for me, man, I keep things simple. I'm sam.gov, I'm federal government contracting. People hit me up all the time to say, Wesley, are you doing DIBS? Are you doing DLA? Are you doing Unison Marketplace? I'm like, are you doing state? Are you doing local? Are you working with colleges? I'm like, listen, y'all. Pick one lane and become amazing at that. Go make $1 million at that first. And then, yes, you could diversify. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I have a home healthcare company as well. People don't know. Sometimes they know about that. I have a home healthcare, but I've had that home healthcare company, probably since you've been in government, probably since 2012, maybe. This is 2012 for a long time. So we've done really well in home healthcare, and that is quote unquote state dollars, local dollars. So you can say, well, Wesley, you are in the state and local market. It's like, yeah, I am, but that's just one thing. That's just home health care. I'm not doing the middleman process at the state level. And I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't. But it's just like, I have a home health care company. I've had it for years. Like, that does that. Federal, I do this, and then I do coaching. And that's it, man. Now I just rinse and repeat. I mean, obviously, the one thing I'm sure you do and I want to learn for me is like, I want to pay less in taxes. So I need to learn the tax game. I gotta get on that. And then two, take your capital that you're making here, because at the end of the day, this is not passive, y'all. Just don't get it twisted. Whatever you hear right now, don't think, oh, contract in Alaska, I'm on a beach in Miami. Yeah, passive. This is not passive income, but the profit, you should take it and put it to passive income streams, in which I'm no expert, but I'm learning real estate. I'm learning all that stuff right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head with all of that. The first thing is like, get in the money, right? And to be 100% honest with you, like, that's all we do is federal contracts. And then I was like, man, all we're gonna do is federal contracts till we get to $100 million per year, right? Yeah. But that we're right there at $100 million per year, and I'm like, man, all we're gonna do to get to $1 billion is a federal contract, because there's something called dilution of focus. And when you start diluting your focus, then you start getting, like, I know what to do and the team knows what to do, especially when you start training other people with a federal contract, right? When things start to go sideways, and they go sideways, like they go sideways from a number of levels. They go sideways with the subcontractor. They can go sideways with the government. Well, we know exactly the buttons and the levers to push. Right. Yeah. But then, if you start going into the state, they have different rules. You start going into local, they have different rules. And now all of a sudden you're trying to go so fast, but all these things, and you're trying to relearn this thing. And it's like, no, stay focused on the thing. And then, once we get to $1 billion, then great. Yeah, we can get some commercial in there, or we can figure out something else if we want to at that time. Right. But like, we're just super, and people are like, oh, well, you're concentrating your risk. It's like, okay, we're concentrating our risk, but at the same time, we work with the Navy, we work with the Air Force, we work with the Park Service, we work with the Fish and Wildlife, we work with the Department of, we work with so many different agencies. Even right now, half the government shut down. So some of our jobs, we got some problems on them. But some of our jobs are moving forward. We're getting paid. People are approving things, and we're keeping things moving forward. So I'm in a total agreement with that focus part, because you can get so bogged down with trying to be a jack of all, do all too many things, and you dilute your focus, and it just gets crazy very quickly.